Hi, Zesties. Okay, I hope I can get this on camera. I was too hungry. I had to eat it. My phone battery's kind of low. But this is my first ever seafood boil that I cooked myself, I mean. So, yeah. Let's try it out. Okay. My sauce is good for a first timer. It's no Dirty Diana. It's no Kaya. It's no Crispy Crab. But it's good for a first timer. I didn't think about where I was gonna put all of the leftover shells. Anyway, though, let's just see how it is. Because, like I said, this is like absolutely my first time doing this myself. All right. Okay. At least the crab is cooked right. Cooked perfectly, to be honest. Okay, I did it pretty good, guys. Let's get it with the potato. I did it pretty good, guys. My only criticism of myself is that number one, I cooked the potatoes too long. Ooh, guys. Number two, see, mine isn't so scoopy either. Like, hold on, let me see if I can get, there's some onions in here too. My second criticism of myself is that I put too much lemon. It does make me really mad, though, that I cooked the potatoes too long, because that would have been a really great thing, but man, I bet you anywhere outside of St. Pete I could sell this. Only in St. Pete they would say no, because they're used to better, but ooh, this is good, guys. Okay. All right. Watch out, guys. Watch out if I start cooking crabs. And I have my dessert over here, pound cake with this like icing that I got. But I don't really know if I'm gonna get to it in time for the video, that is. I'm so happy, you guys. I've been wanting to do a seafood boil for so long. And I finally did my first ever seafood boil. I forgot they're so messy though, and I want to eat that pound cake too. Oh well. Dang it. Ooh, guys, this part's a little dippier. Those onions really make a difference. My phone is gonna die. I might have to turn my phone back on just so you guys can get the full video of me eating my first seafood boil. Mmm. Mmm. Or I wonder if there's a way, like, let me see, because I can charge my phone while I eat this. I just have to finagle my camera around. Let me see if I can do that. I really would like you guys to see this all. And look, it's good. It's not quite Kai or Diana, but it's good. Oh gosh. Okay, there has to be somewhere that I can. Alright, you guys, I am charging my phone while eating, so you guys get to watch me do my full seafood boil mukbang for my glorious first seafood boil. But like, another issue I have with my sauce, it's not thick enough. With Kaya's and Diana's, I'm very easily able to scoop stuff up. I don't know exactly what they put in it, but there's a bunch of stuff at the bottom that I can scoop up. And my sauce is a little too thin. I would like it thicker. That's what she said. But hey, all in all, I'm still really happy with my first seafood boil. It is seasoned. It's not, like I said, you know, it's not quite Kaya, Diana, crispy crab. But it's good enough. I think I could easily sell this anywhere aside from St. Pete. I only say that because the seafood is so crazy here. There's such a high standard. But you know, the flavor on this is really good. Oof. Even the lemon that I was hating on is pretty good. But I still would prefer more like a sauce where the spice is more the front and center flavor, you know? The sauce is still good enough that I'm, you know, Sucking it up. But yeah, if I would not overcooked the potatoes, this would be, honestly, if I didn't overcook the potatoes, I would give this 8 out of 10. But because I overcooked the potatoes, 7 out of 10. Because I know if I bought a boil from someone, that would like annoy me, you know? But those onions really do make a difference. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And those onions got boiled in the broth and everything. They're very flavorful. Oof, you guys. Just watch out when I get my crab recipe going, okay? There's still stuff, though, that the people here... Another thing, I wanted to cool the water and let the shrimp and crab soak, because I'd seen people doing that, but I couldn't quite do it, and I got worried about the shrimp overcooking, so I stopped. And I do think I overcooked a couple shrimp. Nothing too crazy, you know what I mean? But but like I was gonna say, there's stuff that they do here that I don't know, like there's stuff that they do here that I don't really know what they do. Like, you know, they have some techniques that I can't quite figure out what they're doing to have the final result. Like, Diana's crab juice, I don't think it has butter in it. I think Kaya's does. But I'm not quite sure how they end up with all the stuff at the bottom, and I'm not even quite sure what all the stuff on the bottom is. I just know that mine doesn't have stuff at the bottom, it just has garlic. And I would like for it to have stuff at the bottom. Like Kaya and Diana. But hey, you know what? At least here I have the best, what's the word? Role models or whatever, you know? Yeah, next time be careful on the potatoes. Don't go crazy on the... I don't even know if I'm going to add the lemon juice. This is good though. This is good. Oh, and if you were curious, I'm drinking sweet tea. Arizona sweet tea. Woo. Woo. Okay. And you know, this snow crab wasn't even very expensive. It was like I think it was like $6 for these 2 clusters. I don't know if it's just because the Winn-Dixie near me is closing, so it was on clearance. Mmm. Mmm. Mm. Mm. Woo, guys. Whew. I have a big cleanup in the kitchen. Man, I'm so sad when Dixie's closing. It's like, imagine that today I could just casually go down there and do this. Well, not anymore. Winn-Dixie's closing. I'm gonna be living in a food desert. And I don't think any of these places within Winn-Dixie had a really good southern selection and seafood selection, and the other places I don't think they have that. But at least I enjoyed it while it was here. And this whole thing has made me think, if I ever buy a house, when I have my beautiful penthouse, grocery stores are going to be my number one thing. Like, I have to be near grocery stores. That will allow me to cook. But you know what? Every place has its pros, because when I first moved out here, I was really bummed because they don't really have the international food like Tampa. But Tampa doesn't have any of this seafood. None. Will you come out for me? Little piece of pound cake on there. But now that I've had all this crazy seafood in St. Pete, if I went to Tampa, I would miss that. So, hey, all in due time, Zesties. One day I'll have my beautiful penthouse with the state-of-the-art kitchen. Cooking up everything you could ever imagine. The onions are a nice touch. I'm still mad I put the lemon in there. I feel like I shouldn't have, but the video I was watching, I'm not even going to say who, because he's a big 1 million+ viewer guy, but he put lemon juice in, and so did I, and I follow his recipes a lot. Actually, I guess I can tell you. It's A.B. Grillin' and Chillin'. He put lemon in his. I don't think I want to do lemon next time. But I followed his cornbread recipe, and that worked out very, very well for me. Better have room for this pound cake. This is nice. Potato, onion, and crab. Mm. You guys, it's so good though. Woo! Oops. I spice bombed myself. Dang. If I'm being critical on myself, it's just because I'm very critical of my cooking. This is like the bomb. Mm. It's just sad because it's so bittersweet, because now I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, but can't just do this on a whim anymore. Because I live in a food desert. Hashtag food desert. Did I mention I live in a food desert? I also think that's crazy though, because this is such a wealthy area. If I were a homeowner, like most homeowner owners here are likely millionaires. If I were a homeowner here, I would be like up in arms. You know? Like, I need a grocery store right now. But I guess because this is a vacation area, there are so few permanent residents that they don't it doesn't even like matter, I guess. Like this is the type of place where I did use too much butter too. I shouldn't have used a whole stick. But I didn't want to end up needing more or wanting more or not doing enough. So but yeah, this is the type of place where like if you meet people, they will ask you they will ask you do you live here year round? Because there's so many people who don't. Oh, now my sweet tea bottle is all dirty. Oh, well, hey, that's how you know it's a good seafood boil. It's not if you're not messy, it's not a good seafood boil, so. You know, those onions. It's like, I don't know. Well, let's see. When I actually boiled all the veggies and stuff, like before I even put anything in it, I did that Florida crab boil, a little bit of that Zatarain's crab and shrimp, garlic powder. It must be something in that Florida crab boil because whatever, the onion just soaked all of it up. And when I eat the onion, it's like a burst of... Wait, hold on. Let me not do my teeth because I'm a fabulous homie. sexual. And I have to stay that way. Mmm. I do feel kind of guilty about wasting butter. And it was my roommate's butter. I think I get away with stealing so much of their butter though because they, if it weren't for them, I would be using margarine, and they're very against margarine. So they know if they give me butter that I won't eat margarine. I didn't even do my swim today, you guys, so I can't even say, oh, it doesn't matter because I went swimming. No, I didn't. No, I did not. Let me get an onion and a shrimp. Mm. 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 Woof. Mm. Mm. The shrimp are like $5 too, so it was like $11 for all this. I did way too much butter, and I am feeling guilty that I wasted my roommate's butter. I'm sorry. If you're watching and they follow me, I'm sorry that I wasted your butter. I didn't know how much I would need, and it looked like I needed more than I did until I actually poured it. Mm. Mm. Okay, I'm thinking about, should I finish those two shrimp? Or should I start eating my pound cake? You know what? Why not both? why not just start eating my pound cake? And if I feel I can finish the shrimp, then I finish them. If not, then I don't. I saw this pre-made icing today at Winn-Dixie, and I decided to get it. And I was hoping that the yellow meant that it was lemon, but it wasn't. This is yellow food coloring. That's quite a dessert after quite an epic feast. Not gonna lie. Ooh. Even though actually this pound cake, let me see. I think you're supposed to leave pound cake out, right? But this has been out for a few days now. And you know what? I'm not feeling the pound cake anymore. I wonder why. Why would it be? Let me see. Today is the third day of the pound cake, I think. I made it. I made it like 3 days ago. It was incredible on the first day. It was even better yesterday. I think I ate it for 3 days. And it was amazing all 3. And then today, it's kind of soggy. Yeah, it's soggy. What do you think the difference would be? I'm still eating it, but I was expecting the incredible flavor I had been getting. And I didn't quite get it. And I feel like I wasted money on this icing. But you know what? I enjoyed myself. So whatever. Alright, I guess I'm gonna finish the shrimp. Let's give it a go. Oof. Let me see, because I'm just trying to get it done. Well, hey, seen a couple of those shrimp were overcooked, but hey, you know what? It was my first seafood boil ever. I learned a lot. Now my next seafood boil will be even better. I'm still curious though. What? I'm still eating this pound cake even though I was hating on it. I'm still curious what they do with the sauces around here that ends up with such a dense collection of like herbs and spices and veggies and whatever at the bottom. That is still so weird to me. I wonder why. Oof. I wonder why the pound cake isn't so good today. It's like the whole texture got weird today. Hopefully it's not like bad or rotten or something, but oh well. Okay, you know what? I'm done. I am full. Thank you for watching my first ever seafood boil that I made, Bye, Zesties.